Itchy, watery eyes, runny nose like a tap, and non-stop sneezing are some of the miserable, irritating, and at times all-consuming symptoms of hay fever. But what actually is it? Why do some people suffer from it earlier or later than others? And what can you do to help stop it? Stay tuned to find out. Hay fever is simply an allergic reaction to pollen. Pollen is a fine powder that can be released from a number of natural sources, including trees or grass. The spores then travel in the air for the plants to be grown elsewhere when the pollen lands. However, once pollen sacs are breathed in and hit cells inside the nose of hay fever sufferers, proteins within the pollen grains prompt the release of the chemical histamine in your body. Histamine is your body's natural defense mechanism and sends signals to receptors across your body, doing whatever it takes to expel allergens, in this case, the pollen. For example, histamine thins the walls in the nose, called membranes, to help create more mucus, thus triggering the joyless symptoms of itching, swelling sinuses, and sneezing. Histamines can also be released by mold, house dust mites, and pet dander, which are tiny flakes of skin that warm-blooded animals shed, such as cats, dogs, and horses. As there are various sources of pollen, hay fever season stretches for longer in the year than people might think. The NHS says hay fever is at its peak between late March and early September. Tree pollen is the first to kick things off, beginning in March. A birch pollen bomb in early April caused problems for up to 1/4 of hay fever sufferers in the UK this year. That is then followed by grass pollen. Starting as early as May, it typically peaks in June and July when dry, warm days allow pollen sacs of grass flowers to be opened and easily dispersed by the slightest summer breeze. Just when you think it's over, weed pollen can pop up. This can be released at any time, but typically is from the end of June to September. Optimum conditions for hay fever are when it is warm, humid, and windy. This usually happens when rain is followed by warmer weather. So now you know what it is and when it happens, here are 11 options to help keep your hay fever symptoms under control. 1. Know your enemy. The Met keeps Brits informed with the pollen count, so you can try and avoid going out at peak times of the day. Pollen counts tend to be higher in early morning and late evening, although they can sometimes be high all day long. The pollen count is calculated by measuring the number of pollen grains in a cubic meter of air using a pollen trap. 2. Keep taking tablets. As explained earlier, histamines are the root cause of the cold-like symptoms, therefore you can manage histamine levels with common over-the-counter antihistamine pills. It's vital that you don't run out of antihistamine tablets. Try and build up stocks and take some before in the lead up to the season. 3. Block off. Some people swear by trapping pollen before it gets anywhere near their nose, and the NHS recommends it too. Just apply Vaseline around the edge of your nostrils to keep the pollen at bay. 4. Let us spray. Breathe more easily with a nasal spray that will also moisturize the inside of your nose. 5. Rinse and repeat. Rinsing your nose with salt water can help soothe symptoms as it can thin mucus and remove allergens that may be present in the nasal passages. 6. Just drop in. Eyes feel like they're on fire? Soothe your peepers with a liquid treatment. 7. Wear sunglasses. Symptoms can be alleviated by wearing wraparound sunglasses outdoors to prevent pollen from getting in your eyes. 8. Take a shower. The NHS also recommends showering after being outside to remove any pollen from sticking to your body and changing your clothes. 9. Have a pollen-free space. The NHS advises to keep windows and doors shut as much as possible and to not let pets into the house if feasible, as they can carry pollen indoors. 11. Go to your pharmacist. They can help you with the right treatment for you. For more help and advice on allergies, visit the NHS website or allergyuk.org. If you have any concerns about your health, contact your GP surgery or NHS 111. That's it for today. For more health news, visit thesun.co.uk/health.